Why most older people struggle to live past 85 unexpected reasons that quietly shorten life. Have you ever wondered why even the sharpest, most active individuals seem to subtly fade after 80? They might have been thriving just a few years prior, yet suddenly a quiet decline begins. The common belief is that it's purely genetics or simple bad luck. But that's far from the complete picture. In this video, we're going to unmask 5 unexpected reasons, factors often overlooked and rarely discussed, that explain why many older adults struggle to live long or stay truly vibrant past 80. These aren't the usual suspects like diet, smoking, or exercise. These are deeper, more subtle influences that can quietly chip away at longevity, even in those who've done everything right. The good news? Once you understand these hidden forces, you gain the power to guard against them and change the trajectory of your own aging journey. So, if you're ready to uncover the true keys to longevity after 80 and learn how to proactively protect your future, stay with us until the very end. These insights might just fundamentally change the way you age. If you're eager to unlock these secrets to a longer, healthier life, please like this video, share it with someone you care about, and subscribe to Happy Life Secrets. Your support helps us invest more in our research and resources to bring you vital content like this. Reason number 1. The fading whispers: how lost small connections quietly shorten life. One of the most overlooked reasons many older people don't thrive past 80 is the quiet disappearance of what experts call microsocial engagement. We're not talking about deep friendships or big family gatherings. Those remain vital. We're talking about the small, almost imperceptible daily interactions that once filled your life. The friendly nod to the mailman, a brief joke with the grocery cashier, or a shared smile with a neighbor walking their dog. These tiny moments of contact weren't just pleasant. They were subtly regulating your nervous system, reinforcing your sense of belonging, and keeping your brain's social circuits sharp. After 80, these casual touchpoints often vanish. Seniors might order groceries online, reduce outings due to mobility or hearing challenges, or simply stay indoors more often. This isn't just simplifying life. It's removing the low-level social stimuli that elevate mood, signal to the brain that you're still part of the everyday world, and maintain cognitive function. There's a biological cost when these connections disappear. The brain perceives this subtle loneliness as a stressor, triggering hormonal changes, raising inflammation, weakening immunity, and even shrinking brain networks vital for memory and attention. It makes you feel older, faster. Reversing this means consciously seeking out casual conversations, taking small errands, or finding routines that involve brief, consistent human connection. It's how you tell your brain and body, you still matter, you're still connected, and that message is a powerful medicine for thriving. Reason number 2, the silent trap: when caution becomes decline. Another silent reason many don't live long past 80 is something that seems like wisdom: overcautious inactivity. There's a critical line between being appropriately careful and becoming excessively cautious, and once that line is crossed, the consequences, while not immediate, are always cumulative. It often starts innocently: a near fall on stairs, a wobble on the sidewalk. This leads to cutting back on walks, avoiding bending, sitting more, and staying seated longer. Well-meaning loved ones might even encourage this. Don't push it, take it easy. Before you know it, you've created a life that's safe but stagnant. Here's the harsh truth: when movement stops, so does strength. Not just in your muscles, but in your coordination, balance, and inner stability. Your body isn't a machine that improves with rest. It's a garden that needs tending. When activity slows, things don't just stay the same. They weaken. Core muscles, crucial for every movement, quickly shrink. Your balance suffers, leading to wobbles, and the cycle of fear-driven inactivity deepens. Walter, age 82, stopped his evening walks after a minor slip. No broken bones, just a scare. But that scare led him to sedentary evenings, and within 6 months, he'd lost significant muscle. He became weak because he stopped, not the other way around. Smart caution means using handrails, wearing stable shoes, or using a cane. It's not about ignoring risk, but managing it. When fear dictates movement, the body forgets how to move. Staying alive after 80 isn't just about avoiding falls. It's about continuing to move, even if more slowly, more deliberately. Movement is how your body remembers it's still needed, how your systems stay online, and how your heart keeps pumping with purpose. Reason number 3, the unseen clock. Why disrupted sleep sabotages longevity. Inside your body ticks a silent clock, your circadian rhythm. It governs almost everything: mood, metabolism, immunity, and even nighttime brain repair. After 80, this internal clock becomes incredibly sensitive, and a major reason it goes off track is a simple imbalance. Not enough natural light during the day, and too much artificial light at night. You might start sleeping more during the day, or stop going outside regularly. Your evenings might become saturated with blue light from screens or bright lamps. Each change seems harmless, but together, they confuse your body about when to be alert and when to rest. Your body relies on natural light to stay in rhythm. Bright morning light signals your brain to wake up and energize, while darkness at night triggers melatonin release for deep, healing sleep. When you lack sufficient natural daytime light or flood your evenings with artificial brightness, these crucial internal signals scramble. The result: difficulty falling or staying asleep, waking up groggy, persistent low energy, and even a fuzzier memory. Over time, chronic sleep disruption doesn't just affect energy. It weakens your immune system, destabilizes mood, and increases the risk of cognitive decline. There's also vitamin D, naturally produced with sun exposure, which becomes even more critical after 80 as your body's ability to synthesize it decreases. Without it, bones, muscles, and immunity suffer. Helen, age 84, felt perpetually tired and disoriented despite normal blood work. Her doctor's simple recommendation: 20 minutes by a sunlit window each morning and no screens an hour before bed. Within 2 weeks, her sleep, memory, and mood dramatically improved. It wasn't a pill, it was light. Your body doesn't just age from wear and tear, it ages from disorganization. Restoring those light cues and rhythms is how you bring organization back. Reason number 4, the buried burden. How unprocessed grief ages you faster. By their 80s, many individuals have carried more loss than most younger people can imagine. A spouse, siblings, lifelong friends, sometimes even a child. While society offers polite sympathy, what's rarely acknowledged is how much these losses accumulate, not just in memory, but physically within the body. What often happens after 80 isn't just grief. It's emotional suppression. It's the slow, quiet habit of swallowing pain, putting on a brave face because you feel you should be used to it, or because no one seems to truly understand the depth of your sorrow. But here's the profound truth: the body doesn't forget. When grief isn't processed, expressed, or fully felt, it doesn't just disappear. It gets stored, and over time, that emotional weight becomes physical. It starts to affect your immune system, digestion, and sleep. It alters hormones and keeps your nervous system in a constant state of quiet tension. The hardest part? It happens silently. On the outside, you might appear calm, even say you're fine. But if your shoulders feel heavier, your breathing shallower, or your inner spark dimmed, unprocessed grief might be the reason, even if it hasn't been spoken of in years. George, age 86, lost his wife of 60 years. He rarely cried, claiming it wasn't his way. Yet within a year, he'd lost weight, withdrawn from activities, and developed sleep issues not from illness, but because his body was carrying unreleased sorrow. Emotional pain doesn't need to be dramatic to be damaging. What often keeps people alive well past 80 isn't just physical strength. It's emotional ventilation, having safe, open outlets for sadness, fear, and longing. It's being able to truly express, "I miss them," or "I'm still angry," or "I feel alone," without judgment. That kind of release allows the heart to breathe, and when the heart breathes, the body can truly heal. Whether through a trusted friend, journaling, faith, a community group, or even a therapist, the principle is the same. What gets expressed can be transformed. What gets buried festers. If you've been holding something in, make space to release it. Your life depends on it, because the heart can only carry so much before it quietly begins to shut down. Reason number 5. The empty calendar. Why losing daily purpose diminishes years. One of the most invisible reasons many people don't thrive past 80 is the slow erosion of something we often take for granted until it's gone. Daily purpose. We're not talking about a grand philosophical life purpose, but the simple, everyday kind that makes you want to get out of bed in the morning with something to do, somewhere to go, someone to see. Purpose doesn't have to be dramatic. It can be watering plants, feeding a neighborhood cat, writing a letter, or fixing a small household item. But when these little routines start to slip away, when mornings arrive with no discernible reason to move, and evenings pass without anything worth reflecting on, something inside begins to quietly shut down. The body listens to the mind. When the mind no longer perceives a reason to push forward, the body often follows. Appetite can drop, movement slows, and without consistent purpose, the systems that regulate your health start to go quiet, not because they're broken, but because they're waiting for a reason to activate again. This gradual decline is easy to miss. A weekly activity gets canceled, a church group stops meeting, family visits become less frequent, or an old volunteer role ends. You tell yourself it's normal aging, but deep down, you feel the days blending, each one quieter than the last. Ruth, age 88, was more alive than people half her age. Not wealthy, not in perfect health, and without a large local family, she had one constant: routine. Every Monday, postcards to shut-ins. Every Thursday, soup for a shelter. Every afternoon, watching neighborhood kids walk home. These weren't glamorous acts, but they gave her days texture, her heart rhythm, and her life continuity. The secret is this: your body stays alive as long as it believes it's needed. Purpose, even the smallest kind, is like fuel. It tells your cells to repair, your organs to function, your brain to stay alert. When you lose that sense of relevance, when your presence feels like it no longer matters to anyone or anything, the flame starts to dim. People who live beyond 80 with grace and vitality typically have something anchoring their day: a garden, a pet, a journal, a consistent ritual, a phone call, or a simple morning prayer. What matters isn't the scale, it's the consistency. It's knowing that when you open your eyes, there's a reason to rise. If your days feel adrift, don't ignore it. That's your body asking for rhythm, for structure, for connection, for purpose. Longevity isn't just about the heart beating. It's about the heart wanting to beat. That quiet desire to keep going, to stay connected, to still matter. That's what carries people past 80 into lives that still feel full. Final thoughts: your power to redefine aging. As we come to the end of this journey, remember this simple yet profound truth. Most people don't fade after 80 due to a single sudden event. It's not a diagnosis, a fall, or a birthday that instantly changes everything. It's the slow, quiet erosion of vital habits, rhythms, and reasons to stay engaged. And often, these changes are so subtle, so gradual, that you don't fully realize what's happening until something deep inside feels dimmer than it used to. But here's the empowering news. Just as these shifts happen slowly, they can also be reversed slowly. One extra walk outside, one new conversation with someone at the store, one small stretch in the morning, one thing you do today not because you have to, but because it brings structure, connection, or meaning. That's how you begin turning things around. So, reflect on the 5 unexpected reasons we've covered. Which one resonated with you the most? Which one felt uncomfortably familiar? And most importantly, which one are you willing to act on, even in a small way, starting today? Because the truth is, you have far more power than you think, not to stop aging, but to profoundly change the way you age. If you're willing to stay awake to these quiet shifts, if you're willing to guard your rhythms, protect your purpose, and allow yourself to feel what needs to be felt, then there's a very good chance you won't just reach 80. You'll live beyond it fully and deeply on your own terms. Thank you for investing your time with us today. We genuinely want to hear from you. Please leave a comment below and share one thing you learned today and how you plan to integrate it into your life. Your thoughts are incredibly important to us, and reading your comments gives us immense motivation and encouragement. If you found this video helpful and inspiring, please like it, subscribe to Happy Life Secrets for more empowering content, and share it widely. Your support truly helps us continue our research and resource development to inform and inspire you. Thanks for watching, and we look forward to seeing you in the next video.